Ready? I want to thank each and every one of you again for being out here. In the beginning of the year, what we did was a salmon ceremony at the sacred waters at the river, and we prayed for our wild salmon. We prayed for everyone who is concerned about protecting wild salmon and its habitat. Did a wonderful job. We paid reverence. We gave thanks to Creator for all the gifts that we never take for granted, and that is the air, the biosphere that we share in this little global village, this little blue dot that we have on this home that we call Mother Earth. And so it's really important for us not only to pray, not only to give thanks, but also to do the work that's necessary for us to save wild salmon. And that's what we're doing here today collectively. This is part of the meaningful work that we do to carry on, to do what we can to protect wild salmon, its habitat, as well as human health. And so when we look at what is going on with the open net fish farm, they are spreading diseases. The science is out there. The evidence, the circumstantial evidence is out there that wherever you find ocean fish farms around the world, there are troubled waters, there are viruses, there are diseases, there are sea lice, proliferations, and this damages and degrades the marine environment, and it also threatens wild salmon and other marine species. This must stop. This must come to an end. So the work that we're doing here to raise public consciousness about the product that comes from open net fish farms. What happens? What they do is they trade omega-3 fat for PCB. Yeah, and that is what is contributing to a lot of health problems that human beings have when we consume it. So we have to raise the awareness in all the means that we can. One of the things that we're going to do this year is organize a wild salmon caravan that's going to come from the headwaters all the way down to Vancouver and to Victoria. Each community is going to host a dinner, and they're going to be raising all the issues that are threatening our wild salmon, all the things that are threatening our wild salmon, and they're going to come out with the solutions that go with it. And as they move from the headwaters down, we're going to be talking about fracking. We're going to be talking about big oil. We're going to be talking about irresponsible mining. We're going to be talking about pipelines and super tankers and industrial fish farms that are threatening our salmon. And so when we come together like this, it is a call for us to converge together. We want all the environmental groups like David Suzuki, like Living Oceans, like Watershed Watch, like all the other proliferation of environmental groups. We want them to come together with First Nations people, with the fishing industry, the sports fishers, everyone, the food industry. We all have to come together and do what's necessary to save wild salmon, because it's the barometer of the health of this place that we call Supernatural BC. It is, if the wild salmon go, we're in big trouble, because wild salmon supports not only an economy, not only human health, it contributes to the well-being of numerous species in the ocean, as well as all along the river systems. We're talking about the orcas, we're talking about the sea lions, we're talking about the wolves, we're talking about the seagulls, and of course we're talking about Puma, First Nations people, and all humans along the river system. So one of the other ways that we need to support wild salmon is to support Alexandra Morton and the work that she's doing with Twyla Roscovic. We want to do a film called Seafood Confidential to expose and to really raise the awareness about sushi restaurants serving raw farmed salmon that really can do a lot of damage to human beings, especially mothers and their children. And so we need to also contribute towards the work she's doing to raise awareness, not only here in Canada, but also in the United States, where most of our wild salmon that are farmed here go there. So some people say, why are you boycotting here in Canada? Most of the seafood that comes into Canada comes from elsewhere, and all the farm fish that are here are moved out to are moved into the big U.S. market. This is a global problem. Everywhere around the world where there are fish farms, there's trouble. The marine environment, as I mentioned before, and wild salmon and the lobsters and other species are being threatened. And so, therefore, we must boycott ocean farm salmon wherever it's sold. And so the work that we're doing to raise the consciousness of people is most valuable. And my hands go out to each and every one of you here for helping out with that. When we come down to the big ocean, we're going to be talking about those industrial fish farms, and we need a convergence of First Nations people along the river as well as along the ocean to come together to raise our collective concerns about why ocean fish farms must be removed out of the ocean, put onto land in containment, so that they can get out of the road of wild salmon migration routes.
I'm part of this boycott because I care about wild salmon and everything that depends on it. I'm a citizen of the Fraser Valley, magnificent Fraser River ecosystem, the biggest population of bald eagles anywhere on the planet, and they're here because of the wild salmon. So I'm here for the wild salmon, for the eagles, for the bears, for the orca, and for everything that depends on this beautiful species.
I'm here in solidarity with the wild salmon warriors, and recognize how important it is for us to be in solidarity and to raise awareness about the need to get these big industrial farms out of our oceans and protect in every way we can wild salmon. That will also protect our future and the health of our province. So it's so important for us all now to stand up and speak out about this very important issue.
I'm here to help save the wild salmon, to get the fish farms out of the oceans, to let people know that the environment is in big trouble and we need to take care of the salmon, because the salmon are so important. If we weren't for the salmon, where would the trees be? Where would the bears be? Where would the eagles be? Where would we be? We need wild salmon in our life, and that's why I'm here.
I'm here to support the #1 wild salmon warrior, Alexander Morton. 10 years ago, I was doing some work with her and supporting her cause, and scientists in Europe were wondering if we could read. The evidence was there, the damage that's being done to wild stocks. And the evidence has been mounting and mounting and mounting. The federal government has ignored it. They're wanting to open more salmon farming on the coast of British Columbia in the water where it should not be in the first place. They should all be taken out of the migration routes. And they're also looking at taking away more environmental protections so that they can just dump the toxicity that they're throwing right in front of the wild salmon. And I think it's a crime against Mother Earth.
You hear the phrase, think globally, act locally. And a few years ago I watched the documentary An Inconvenient Truth with my daughter. And a few years later we watched the documentary End of the Line about the collapse of the seafood population. My daughter's studying to be a marine biologist focusing on sustainability. And this is one way that we can think globally and act locally, because farm salmon are toxic and they're impacting our British Columbia environment. I'm of Norwegian descent, and it grieves me to see the government of Norway and the government of Canada cooperating to impact the environment this adversely. So I'm here to act locally.
Any health concerns or ecological concerns are also people concerns. They are not government concerns. Ecolat Telskwi, that means my name is, and my name is Swale, which means also good day. Good day, and I ask you to join us.
So thank you once again, everyone, and let's take it to the next place, and that will be in Mission, eh?
Hey! Hey! Awesome!
Go back to Walmart. Or, yeah, okay.
I kind of figured.